Channel 2S is brought to you by New Type HQ. Get your kits and supplies at the link in the description below. Tonight on Gunpla News, we'll be taking a look at July's new Gunpla releases as well as the newly announced Master Grade Tallgeese Flugel. So sit back, leave a like for the algorithm, and bask in the glory of the Nightingale. The high-grade Universal Century Nightingale was announced last November at Gunpla Expo. However, because it's coming out this month, we finally have a look at the gorgeous, imposing box art this model is going to have. Obviously, with it being such a massive mobile suit, this isn't a huge box similar to the one we got for the Penelope. In order to fill such a large canvas, Bandai gave us an awesome piece of artwork. Front and center is the Nightingale making a pretty hard landing on axis with all sorts of rocks and debris being thrown up around it. We got the Hi-Nu Gundam rushing in from the right, hacking away at his shield. Really dynamic action shot. It feels like you're right there in the moment. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, there is something else to talk about regarding this box art, and that is the presence of a mobile suit that many people are suggesting may possibly be getting a new kit due to its presence in this illustration. And of course, that would be the Jigen. That's right, guys. Real grade Jigen confirmed. Okay, but seriously though, the Psycho Geara Doga is present on this box art, and with it having not gotten a model yet, of course there is a lot of speculation flying around about this potentially getting a high-grade kit. I think there's a reasonable chance of it happening, with the high-grade line often branching out into side mobile suits aside from just the classic kind of A-list guys we always get as master grades. I would say there is a pretty reasonable chance of it coming out. However, I would certainly advise against using box art presence as an indicator of it getting a kit in the future, as that has proven to be not true many times before. And even if the suit in question does eventually get a model, it can sometimes take quite a long time. Think about how long the poor Just Cannon had to wait just to get a master grade. However, even if the Psycho Geara Doga was not present on this kit's box art, I would still say that it had a fairly high chance of being made simply due to Bandai's newfound attention for Beltorchia's children and their current focus on the latter part of the Universal Century. With that said though, the high-grade Nightingale is not a kit that I am personally interested in, as I'm just not really a fan of this design. However, the high-grade model seems to be a very good representation of the suit, and I'm sure a lot of Char's Counterattack fans are going to be happy with this kit. Now, as for other new releases in July, unfortunately that is the only proper model kit we're getting. However, we are also going to be getting a new wave of Waterslide decals for the customizers out there. So first off, we have some multi-use sets for Gundam Age, Gundam Hathaway, Gundam The Origin, and Gundam Build Divers. These decal sets will be a mix of character-specific emblems as well as more generic markings that fit the theme of the series. For model-specific decal sets, we are getting decals for the real grade New Gundam as well as the real grade Sazabi, which is pretty much to be expected, as it seems like every major real grade release nowadays eventually gets its own set of water slides. And by the way, if you're looking for a set of water slides for your Nightingale, we will be getting water slides for this model in another batch of water slides coming later this year. And that wave of decals will also be including a new set for the real grade Hi-Nu Gundam. And finally, we come to the main highlight of today's news, and that is the Tallgeese Flugel. This is a brand new premium Bandai announcement of a Gundam Wing mobile suit that we have never gotten a model of before, so of course it is generating a lot of hype. The Tallgeese Flugel on a surface level appears to be basic, as it seems to just be a Tallgeese with a pair of Endless Waltz Wing Zero wings slapped on. However, once you look a little closer, you will see that there is actually quite a lot of new material here. The wings for the Flugel are not directly taken from the Wing Zero, as there is this big, beautiful, detailed, raised up emblem of the Oz faction right here on the wing. There's some yellow accents here at the top, and the helmet has been given a much flashier looking crest. When it comes to accessories, the Tallgeese also has a great variety of new weapons, such as this awesome lance that mounts right next to the shield. Of course, he's still got the classic Dober gun with that awesome recoil mechanism from the original Master Grade. And in case the lance wasn't enough, he also comes with an awesome IBO style spear as well. I was really impressed to see that both the lance and the spear were included with this model, as these are both very large melee weapons, and I kind of was under the impression that they would include only one or the other, but not both. However, as you can see here, the Tallgeese Flugel will come with a very satisfactory spread of accessories. If you asked me a few years ago if I would have bought a kit of the Tallgeese Flugel, I probably would have said no, as I used to not really be a very big fan of this design. However, after playing through the Wing campaign in SD Gundam G Generation Cross Rays, I have actually grown quite fond of this design, and I will definitely be considering picking this kit up. This model is going to be a little bit on the expensive side, retailing for 6,600 yen on the Japanese shop, and I would expect the USP Bandai shop to probably have this model for somewhere in the $60 to $70 range. I think that's a little bit on the high side for a Master Grade. However, like with the Astray Red Dragon, I do enjoy this design enough that I could probably see myself picking it up anyways. After all, from what I've heard, the Master Grade Tallgeese is a pretty great kit. While the USP Bandai shop has not yet officially announced pre-orders for this kit, with it being a Gundam Wing design, it is obviously a guarantee that they are going to get it eventually. So if you're in the US and you want to get yourself a copy of this kit, definitely keep your eyes peeled for when pre-orders eventually go live. That's going to be all for today though. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, as I said earlier, leave a like, subscribe for more Gunpla and Gundam content, and as always, I'm your host Second Soundwave, and I will be seeing you next time. Take care, guys.